Yes, good day to you. My name is MJ Lopez, and in this video, we will talk about the 10 greatest enemy of success. At yung mga mapag-uusapan natin dito, if you are facing this right now, this will serve as a warning or maybe an opportunity for you para maiwasan mo, masolusyonan mo, at ma-anticipate mo. It's because if you are driving, diba kung may lubak or may humps, tapos hindi mo ina-expect, hindi mo na-anticipate, of course, it will damage your car, your motorcycle, or your bicycle. Pero if you anticipate it, if you know na may humps, if you know na may lubak, may iwasan mo, pwede mong bagalan, and you can do something about it. Yun yung gagawin natin ngayon. Because last time, we talked about my own personal top 15 habits for success. Or success habits that you can build. Pero in terms of building those habits, ito na yung mga pagdadaanan mo. Ito na yung pwedeng maging obstacles mo. Ito na yung pipigil sa'yo para maging successful ka. Now, if you want to be successful, this is something that you must avoid at all costs. Plus, kung meron kang kahit isa dito, you have to eliminate it. It is a must. Think of it this way. If this is you right now, and you want to be successful, there's a reason why hindi ka makarating. Of course, dito, may mga external challenges pa yan eh. May struggles, may sacrifices. It will take time, effort, hard work. You have to learn, you have to be smart, you have to build systems. You have to build habits, you have to build patterns. You have to program yourself. But most people, akala nila, meron silang progress. Or worse, akala nila, hard work lang yung kailangan. So, ang nangyayari tuloy, they're working really hard, they're doing their best, tapos na-frustrate sila, tapos na-burn out sila. Kasi in reality, hindi sila makaalis dito kahit anong gawin nila. And there's a huge difference with hard work and movement. Pwedeng nagjo-jogging ka, pero stationary lang. Hindi ka naman umaalis sa pwesto. Or pwedeng naglalakad ka, mabagal nga, pero makakarating at makakarating ka. Especially if you are moving towards the right direction. So again, we will talk about the 10 greatest enemy of success. And here's number 1. And number 1 can really be number 1. Why? Pag-usapan natin ngayon. So it's the fear of the unknown. If you are not yet successful, it means that success is unknown to you. Hindi mo pa siya alam, hindi mo pa siya na-experience. And ang problema dito, kahit ma-experience mo yung maliit na portion of success, wala kang experience sa proseso para maging successful. One major example. Let's just say, yung masarap na pagkain o masarap na ulam can be a representation of success. So, pwedeng matikman mo yung ulam. Pwedeng malasahan mo yung masarap na pagkain. Pwedeng alam mo yung location saan mo pwedeng bilhin. Pero that doesn't mean na kaya mo siyang gawin. Hindi porket natikman mo yung masarap na ulam, kaya mo nang gumawa noon. It doesn't mean kaya mo nang magluto. Because very important that you know the process. You know the right ingredients, gano'ng katagal lutuin, the whole process itself. Same goes. Kung gusto mo ng bahay, for example, nakakita ka ng mansion, yun yung goal mo. And that represents a moment of success. Let's just say nakapag-tripping ka sa bahay or nakapasok ka dun sa bahay, na-experience mo for a short time, ano yung feeling pag nasa loob ka ng bahay na yon? So that can be a moment of success for you. And that's an amazing experience. Kasi syempre, when we talk about the law of attraction, very important yung experience. When we talk about law of vibration, very important na maramdaman mo yung feeling kapag nandun ka na. But the thing is, kahit makita mo yung bahay, kahit na-visualize mo yung bahay, if you don't know the process, kung wala kang blueprint of success, kung wala kang blueprint ng bahay, hindi ka rin makakarating. Hindi mo rin mabibuild yung bahay kasi you don't know the process. So if it is unknown to you, matatakot ka. And unknown also means this. You actually lack clarity as well. And notice how this is number 1 in the success habits, diba? Ang pinakaunang habit na kailangan mong i-build in order to become successful in life is to have clarity. Kailangan malinaw sa'yo. Malinaw sa'yo yung gusto mo, malinaw sa'yo yung mga bagay na gagawin mo, malinaw sa'yo yung destination mo, so you can be pointed towards the right direction. But the problem with most people is walang clarity. Like for example, napakaraming information yung nakalat. Ang daming skills ang pwede mong aralin. Ang daming libro ang pwede mong bilhin. Ang daming courses ang pwede mong aralin. Pero hindi mo masimulan or hindi mo alam kung ano yung i-apply mo or kahit aralin mo lahat, hindi mo naman ma-apply because you have a fear to the unknown. takot kang magsimula. Kasi nga, hindi ka aware. Kasi nga, unknown siya sa'yo. Kaya paulit-ulit kong sinasabi sa inyo, kung meron man kayong skills, meron na kayong negosyo, the best you can do is to have awareness, to know who you are, to know your blueprint. Kaya nga ako gumawa ng course para sa inyo, The Success Blueprint. So we're gonna put the link in the cards, comment section, or description para mas maintindihan nyo gaano kahalaga yung blueprint. Like a lot of people are paying to learn skills, diba? That's important. A lot of people are paying to actually learn something new. That's important. Pero hindi nga nila kayang i-apply. And kung nagsisimula ka pa lang, wala ka pang negosyo, wala ka pang career, wala ka pang profession, mas kailangan mo to kasi pag nagkaroon ka na ng success blueprint, nagkaroon ka ng clarity, automatic alam mo yung pipiliin mo. Alam mo yung gagawin mo. So yung mga susunod mong investments in terms of skills, in terms of what to learn next, in terms of the business, mas centralized na siya. So wala kang masasayang na time at wala kang masasayang na pera. This can be the best investment for you. Now, balik tayo sa topic. Fear of the unknown. What's happening is, lahat naman tayo takot sa mga bagay na hindi pa natin alam at hindi pa natin na-experience. Imagine this. You are driving in a very dark place. Tapos walang ilaw. Diba nakakatakot talaga? Kasi hindi mo alam kung saan yung kalsada at kung saan ka papunta. Let's just say, yung kotse o motor mo, walang high beam o malabo yung ilaw. Yung ilaw niya, pababa lang. Hindi ka makakapagpatakbo ng mabilis, hindi ka makakausad, hindi mo rin alam yung kasunod na dadaanan, kung saan liliko next, kasi yung naaabot ng vision mo, yung naaabot ng ilaw, naaabot ng awareness mo is mababa lang. So of course, mabagal lang yung takbo mo kasi nakadepende lang siya sa nakikita mo. And what's happening in our lives is this. We have a past. Okay? Meron tayong past, we have a present, and a future. Future. So, itong past, this is something known to us. Alright? This is known. Alam na natin to. Kasi nangyari na siya. But the future is unknown. Kasi hindi natin alam yung pwedeng mangyari sa future. Kaya nga tayo nagve-visualize. Kaya nga tayo nagme-meditate para ma-familiarize tayo doon sa future. But here's the problem. We have a fear of the unknown. And since the future is unknown, natatakot tayong mag-take ng risk. Number 1, indecision. Hindi ka makapag-decide. And that's one major enemy of success. Hindi ko na nga sinulat kasi sobrang dadami ito But it will create a chain reaction na kung takot ka sa unknown, takot ka sa success. At kung takot ka sa success, hindi mo siya gagawin. At kung hindi mo siya gagawin, hindi ka makapag-take ng decision, hindi ka makapag-take ng action, you cannot make the choice, you will delay your decisions. And when you delay, you will feel bad. When you delay, you will lose the opportunity. When you delay, you will lose momentum. When you delay, lalo kang matatakot. And when you delay, the program will kick in, the known will kick in. Meaning, kung hindi ka pa successful ngayon, it means na yung past or the known to you, yung bagay na alam mo na, hindi siya nakatulong sa success mo. Hindi ka niya nadala sa success. Kaya lang, you will keep repeating this because this is known. This is predictable. Majority sa atin sigurista. So, ang inuulit lang natin, yung bagay na alam natin. And most people, subconsciously, nauulit nila yung bagay na nakakatulong sa failure. The things that will lead them to failure, it's because it is predictable. So, at least, sure ako. Gawin ko to, mag-fail man, sure akong failure. And that's the problem with most people. They don't even know that subconsciously, they are making the choices from the past. So, the present, worse, the future becomes the past. Because most of us, ang gusto natin, yung future is something known. Ano yung known? Yung past. So, uulitin mo lang ulit yung ginagawa mong mali dati. That is why most people hindi nagiging successful. If you wanna be successful, you have to welcome the unknown. You have to be excited to the unknown. Kasi again, kung hindi ka pa mayaman ngayon, nasa ng pera? Nandun sa hindi mo pa natatry. Nandun sa hindi mo alam. Nandun sa hindi mo pa na-experience. Andun sa bagong negosyo. Andun sa bagong video. Andun sa bagong content. Andun sa bagong libro. So you really have to take some risk. If you have the fear of the unknown, nothing good will happen. Especially about success. Hindi nyo ba napapansin na ang daming skills, ang daming tips, ang daming motivation, ang daming inspiration, pero hanggang ngayon, hindi ka successful? Pansin mo ba na pwedeng ang dami mong alam ngayon? Maybe you know e-commerce, maybe you know how to do dropshipping, maybe you are a financial advisor, maybe you are a network marketer, maybe you are an entrepreneur, maybe you are a student, tas matalino ka, ang dami mong alam. Pwedeng ang dami mo nang nabasang libro. Pwedeng marami kang skills. Pwedeng ang dami mong certificates. Pero hanggang ngayon, baka hindi ka mayaman. Because of this, success is still unknown to you. So if you wanna eliminate this, you have to enroll in the Success Blueprint right now. Successblueprint.ph, right? Next, the number 2 enemy of success is comfort zone. And the problem with this is, it's comfortable. Komportable siya. So kaya siya nakakatakot kasi hindi mo alam na may mali sa ginagawa mo kasi komportable ka lang. Ito yung nagiging sakit ng mga may kaya or anak ng mayaman or bigla na lang nagkapera. Ano ibig sabihin? May nabalitaan ka na ba na nanalo sa loto? Tapos wala pang isang taon, ubos din yung pera. It's because hindi nila alam yung hirap na kailangan pagdaanan. They don't know where to invest their money. They don't know how to handle their money. They don't know how to handle themselves. It's unknown to them. They don't have clarity. So, bili ng bahay, bili ng kotse, bili ng kung ano-ano, pamigay ng pera. Because they are not yet familiar with having money. And it's comfortable to actually give people money. It's comfortable to just buy cars or whatever, right? And then, sooner or later, pwedeng magkasakit, pwedeng may emergency, walang assets, bawas kotse, bawas bahay, bawas luho. Tapos yung mga tinulungan niya, hindi naman siya tutulungan pabalik. Hanggang sa babalik siya dun sa dati niyang career before siya nanalo sa loto. Because that is their comfort zone. Kahit sabihin na natin mahirap yung ginagawa niya o mahirap yung profession niya, doon siya laging bumabalik kasi sanay siya doon. Another example, comment nga kayo kung naliligo ba kayo araw-araw. Sino dito yung naliligo everyday? Pag di ka nag-comment, isa lang ibig sabihin yan, hindi ka naliligo araw-araw. Sige lang, huwag kang mag-comment. Huwag kang mag-like, ha? Pag di ka nag-like, di ka nag-share, di ka nag-comment, hindi ka naliligo. So, congratulations sa mga nag-like and nag-comment. Now, it means naliligo ka araw-araw, alright? Naranasan mo na ba one time or twice or syempre di ka aamin na isang beses lang hindi ka naligo? Di ba ang lagkit? Di ba nakakairita? Comment nga kayo ano yung feeling. Di ba hindi maganda sa pakiramdam? Yung tipong pag nakakita ka ng tubig sa 7-Eleven, nakakita ka ng tubig sa supermarket, parang gusto mong ibuho sa'yo kasi naiilang ka. Bakit? Kasi hindi ka sanay. Because it's not comfortable. So, ang daling bumalik sa paliligo araw-araw. Same goes. If you're comfortable with being negative, if you're comfortable with being toxic, if you're comfortable with spreading lies, spreading negativity, if you're comfortable maging mahirap, if you're comfortable na wala kang pera, if you're comfortable na lagi kang may utang, if you're comfortable na ang init-init sa Pilipinas, hindi ka pa rin ready bumili ng aircon mo, hindi ka pa rin ready mag-invest sa sarili mo. If you're comfortable not studying, if you're comfortable na okay na yan, pwede na yan. Imagine that. Yun yung comfort zone mo. Doon ka sanay. So, ang nangyayari sa mga tao, komportable sila sa kahirapan, kumita sila ng konti, ang bilis bumalik sa kahirapan. Kumita sila ng konti, ang bilis bumalik sa problema. Toxic, negative, nakarinig ng positive, natuto ng konti, pero ang bilis bumalik doon sa pagiging negative and toxic kasi doon sila sanay. And what's happening kasi is, this may be your comfort zone. No? By the way, this is also in Success Blueprint, no? This analogy. Nandito yung goals mo, nandito yung dreams mo, right? Tapos nandito yung health problem, nandito yung urgency, in the hospital, or whatever. Ito yung comfort zone mo. Okay? So what's happening is, suddenly, biglang may health problem. Kailangan ng pera yan. Diba? Pera. But at some point, ang tawag dito, resistance. So ano mangyayari? Since may resistance, pilit kang babalik dun sa dati mong buhay or yung tinatawag natin comfort zone. Ito yung worst. Kahit towards your goals, kahit towards your dreams, it is the same freaking resistance. It also needs money. Pero ever wondered why, pag may problema sa health, gagawa mo ng paraan. Pero pag towards your goals and dreams, hindi mo gagawa ng paraan. Pag luho, cellphone, since comfort zone yun, gagawa ng paraan. Pero pag para sa success, pero pag skills, pero pag course na tutulong sa'yo para maging successful, hindi ka willing gawa ng paraan. Because of the resistance. Because it's not comfortable to you. So worse, kahit paangat, pilit mong ibababa sarili mo kasi doon ka sanay. This also includes what we call the psychological wallet, no? The P-wallet. Psychological wallet is kung ano yung perang nakasanayan mo, kung ano yung average earning mo per year, yun din yung nagiging earning mo next year. Notice how some people get promoted pero bumabalik lang din sa dati. Walang nag-i-increase sa buhay. Hindi nagbabago yung buhay. Nag-i-increase lang yung expenses. It's because hindi sila sanay mag-save. Hindi sila sanay mag-grow. Automatic, uubusin nila subconsciously yung pera nila. Because again, It's the comfort zone. So, sir, anong gagawin natin? Simple lang. Alisin mo yung fear sa unknown. Be comfortable in becoming successful. Be comfortable in achieving your goals. Be comfortable in achieving your dreams. How do you do that? Repetition. Repetition is the mother of skill. If you want to be successful, you have to do the basics over and over. How do you know the basics? Clarity, learnings, growth. Lahat yan makukuha mo sa Success Blueprint. Alright? Now, balik tayo. Another thing that will help, which is na-discuss natin sa top 15 success habits. Alright, we're gonna put the link in the description or hanapin nyo na lang sa page natin or sa channel natin. It's what we call voluntary challenges to put yourself outside of your comfort zone. Example is mag-exercise, mag-gym, mag-workout. Another example will be meditation, gising ng maaga, mag-focus sa negosyo or mag-focus sa career, less cellphone, or investing in yourself, investing in experiences, or maybe trying something new, building a new skill, learning something new. Hindi ka sanay makipag-usap, sisimulan mo na makipag-usap. Takot ka sa public speaking, you will volunteer whenever the opportunity came. Mahihiyain ka, mag-create ka ng content, kapalan mo yung mukha mo. Those things will actually get you out of your comfort zone. And you have to make that choice. Kasi ang nangyari, kapag yung buhay yung namilit sa'yo, it will become an emergency. Grabe lalo yung pressure. And you will always go back here. Your comfort zone. And this is one of the greatest enemies of success. Kaya nga dapat, umalis tayo sa comfort zone. Tanggalin na natin yung comfort zone! Boom! Boom! Okay. Next is lack of self-love. Now, this is actually a major problem. Narinig nyo na ba yung sinasabi nila na, pagod na ako. I'm tired. Yan. O kaya, yung term na burnout. Narinig nyo na yan? The reason for that is, number one, you don't have clarity. Wala kang purpose. Hindi mo alam yung purpose ng ginagawa mo. Hindi mo alam yung purpose of achieving your goals. Hindi mo alam bakit ka nagsasacrifice. Hindi mo alam bakit kailangan mo maging responsable. Hindi mo alam bakit kailangan mo ng disiplina. Or hindi mo mahal yung sarili mo. Hindi mo kasi alam yung gusto mo. Hindi mo ngayon alam paano mamahalin yung sarili mo. Because again, in terms of becoming successful, in terms of building value, in terms of building your character. Because lagi ko nga sinasabi, di ba? Success is not something you pursue. Success is something that you attract. Success is something that you develop for yourself. And in order to develop yourself to become successful, you have to build your character. You have to be a better person. You have to grow as a person. And bago ka mag-grow, dadaan ka sa maraming challenges. Yes. You will have to solve problems. You have to sacrifice. You have to work hard. You have to make the conscious effort. And in that process, nakakapagod talaga. Mababurnout ka kung hindi mo mahal yung sarili mo. Mababurnout ka kung wala kang ginagawa para sa sarili mo. Kaya nga mahalaga rin yung community na meron ka. It's because if you are not receiving appreciation from your community right now, from your friends, from your relatives, from your own family, that's the worst part, no? Minsan yung sarili pa nating pamilya yung hindi tayo na-appreciate. So kung wala nag-appreciate sa'yo, kailangan mong matutunang i-appreciate yung sarili mo. Kailangan mo rin ng community na kagaya mo, na gustong maging successful, na gustong matuto, na mataas ang pangarap. And if you don't have a community yet, we have a free community, Master University. It's a Facebook community and nagtuturo ako dyan ng libre. So kung wala ka pang budget for Success Blueprint, you can join the community. Tapos meron pa tayong Ask MJ Lopez. And soon magkakaroon tayo ng webinar. Actually, meron tayong regular webinar. The good news is, magkakaroon tayo ng webinar series na makakatulong sa inyo to actually earn your first million or maybe 10 million. Depende kung nasaan ka na sa journey mo. At ang pinakamagandang community will be the Success Blueprint community. Because these are the people who paid for their personal development. Talagang gumastos, talagang committed. Mga taong committed kagaya mo. So yun yung good news. Sa Success Blueprint, may community ka. Meron pa tayong mastermind session sa mga members ng community. So magtutulungan tayo doon. I-share pa natin yung knowledge natin. I-share pa natin yung learnings natin. I-share din natin yung mga wins natin and we can all celebrate. Plus, may exclusive offers kayo and exclusive face-to-face events with MJ Lopez. Now, in terms of self-love, this is the analogy that I always use. Diba, naranasan mo nang magmahal? Teka, naranasan mo na ba? Kung naranasan mo nang magmahal, mag-like ka, mag-comment ka, share mo to. Pag hindi ka nag-share, kawawa ka naman, diba? Alright, so, of course, naranasan mo nang magmahal. Diba, pag mahal na mahal mo yung tao, like, tunay na pagmamahal, yung true love, Pag mahal na mahal mo yung tao, di ba, you are willing to do whatever it takes for that person. Yung tipong alam mo yung gusto niya, alam mo yung nagpapasaya sa kanya, alam mo yung favorite color niya, alam mo yung favorite food niya, di ba? Alam mo lahat ng bagay na gusto niya, yung goals niya, yung pangarap niya, yung vision niya. Mahal mo yung passion niya. Mahal mo rin yung mga taong mahal niya. When pag nag-struggle tong taong to, yung mahal mo, kahit ikaw mismo nag-struggle ka, isa-set aside mo yung sarili mo nararamdaman para sa kanya, di ba? Pag kailangan niya ng pera, kahit walang-wala ka na, dadating sa point na mangungutang ka pa para sa kanya. Pag may gusto siyang mabili, may gusto siyang ma-receive, may gusto siyang regalo, paghihirapan mo, itotodo mo para ibigay sa kanya. Kahit malayo yung distansya nyo, gagawan mo ng paraan na mapuntahan siya, especially kung kailangan niya ng tulong. Pag may problema siya, pakikinggan mo. You will do your best. You will listen to this person. You will have compassion. At kahit nagiging toxic na siya, kahit nagiging negative na siya, gagawan mo pa rin ng paraan, pakikinggan mo pa rin, bibigyan mo siya ng pagmamahal kasi alam mo na yun yung kailangan niya ngayon. Ito yung akin. Kung kaya mo yung ibigay sa ibang tao, bakit hindi mo siya maibigay sa'yo? Bakit hindi mo maibigay ang pagmamahal na yan sa sarili mo? And that is the main reason why you are not yet successful. You don't love yourself that much. Hindi mo pa mahal yung sarili mo. Kasi kung toxic ka na, kung negative ka na, kung nag-struggle ka, kung may challenges, yan yung time na dapat mas mahal mo yung sarili mo. Pero bakit? Pag may bibilin ka for yourself, pag meron kang gustong kainin, o kaya baka gusto mo nga lang ng kape eh. Baka gusto mo lang mag-travel saglit eh. Baka gusto mo nga lang maglakad-lakad, baka gusto mo nga lang lumabas eh. Pero bakit hindi mo siya maibigay sa sarili mo? Maliit lang naman. Kumita ka ng konti. Bakit hindi mo maibili yung sarili mo ng kahit isang t-shirt? May na-close kang malaking deal. At meron kang gustong relo o sapatos. Bakit hindi mo maibigay sa sarili mo? Kaya ka nasusunog eh. Kaya ka napapagod, kaya ka nababurnout. Wala kang nakikitang bago sa'yo. Wala kang upgrade. And upgrades means investment. Upgrade means gastos. Upgrade means money. And you have to choose yourself at some point. Ang worst, ito yung worst. Alam mo yung gusto ng ibang tao, yung gusto mo para sa sarili mo, hindi mo alam. Hindi mo rin alam yung ayaw mo. So if you wanna be successful, you have to love yourself. And alam nyo ba guys, one of the biggest breakthroughs I have in my own personal life is actually buying stuff for myself. Akala kasi nung iba yung pagbili ng sports car, relo, ay luho. Yes, luho yan Lalo na kung hindi mo naman afford, lalo na kung wala ka naman pera. Pero beyond the luho, it actually has a deeper meaning, especially kung gustong-gusto mo talaga yung isang bagay. Imagine mo, deserve mo naman eh. Alam mo naman sa sarili mo kung deserve mo. Tapos ang laki naman ng kinita mo. Kasi na yung kukurot ka lang ng konti para sa magandang relo, magandang damit, magandang pantalon, magandang sapatos. What if milyon na yung kinikita mo per month? At gustong-gusto mo ng kotse na yun, kahit hindi sports car. Let's just say luxury car, or a halo car, or a hypercar, or an SUV. But it has to be something that you want. Beyond the luho, beyond the yabang, kung gusto mo talaga yung para sa sarili mo, imagine buying really expensive for yourself. Di ba pag mahal mo yung nanay mo, mahal mo yung tatay mo, mahal mo yung parents mo, gusto mo silang bilhan ng bahay. Di ba napakamahal ng bahay? But can you imagine buying something expensive for yourself? And I'm not talking about kailangan mo ipagyabang. I'm not talking about kailangan i-like ng mga tao. Pwedeng hindi mo na nga i-post eh, kung ayaw mo eh. If you are a private person, everyone doesn't have to know that you bought something expensive for yourself. Pero imagine, binigay mo sa sarili mo yung masarap na pagkain, yung masarap na experience, yung hotel experience, yung travel experience, yung pagbili ng sports car. Because achieving the goals, achieving your goals and dreams is actually a form of self-love. Kasi pag may mahal kang tao, gagawin mo yung best mo para tulungan siyang ma-achieve yung mga bagay na gusto niya. And if you love yourself, you will do that for yourself. Self-love, guys. Number 4 is negative emotions. And this is actually obvious. Pag hindi maganda yung nararamdaman mo, hindi maganda yung state mo, hindi magiging maganda yung takbo ng utak mo. Pag hindi maganda yung takbo ng utak mo, 1, you cannot think well. 2, you cannot think about positive thoughts. 3, you cannot plan. 4, you cannot talk about your goals and dreams, or it will be hard for you. 5, when you are facing challenges, when you are facing struggles, when there's a problem, nahihirapan kang mag-solve. Kasi emotional ka. So, ano yung magiging action mo? Hindi rin maganda. And human beings, we are emotional beings. We always decide based on our feelings. And that's the problem. So, ang nangyayari, pag meron tayong negative emotions, dalawa lang. Either we delay the decisions or we make the wrong decisions. nagkakamali tayo. Minsan padalos-dalos tayo. Kasi connected siya, no? So, for sure, nakita nyo na to. Lagyan natin din ng drawing to sa mga podcast. Diba? It's your mind, your heart, and your body. Okay? So, it's your thoughts, emotions, and actions. So, most of the time, ang nangyayari, kung hindi aligned yung utak sa katawan, naiipit yung heart. Pag naipit yung heart, hindi okay yung mararamdaman natin, magta-transgress yan into having the wrong thoughts, having negative thoughts, and worse, mali rin yung actions. Hindi rin maganda yung behavior natin. O kaya naman, sa emotion nagsimula, sobrang hindi tayo okay, sobrang bigat ng nararamdaman natin. Kaya hindi maganda yung naiisip natin. Hindi rin maganda yung action natin. And that will lead to poor results, negative results. So if you want to be successful, you have to learn how to handle yourself. You have to learn how to handle your emotions. Kasi yung emotions mo, yung puso mo, yan. Mahirap kasi sa'yo, yung puso mo, binigay mo sa iba. Ikaw kasi. Huwag mo kasing ipamigay sa iba yung puso mo para hindi negative yung emotion mo. Ibibigay mo na nga lang yung puso mo, binigay mo pa sa negative na tao. O di negative tuloy yung emotion mo. Kung ibibigay mo yung puso mo, ibigay mo siya sa tamang tao. Sa positive mag-isip. Para hindi negative emotion, para positive emotion. Ito, matindi to. Ego. And like I always say, ego is actually the enemy. Because your ego wants you to be right and to look good. So your ego, ang gusto niya is bida ka lagi. Bida-bida. Ang ego mo, gusto niya lagi kang tama. Kahit mali ka. And that's a huge problem. Because imagine, you have the wrong beliefs. Meron pa nga akong mga kakilala na ang belief nila is hindi nila kaya. Right? Mababa yung tingin sa sarili, insecure. So, ang nangyayari, hindi sila okay, mabigat yung nararamdaman nila, tapos ang paniniwala nila, hindi nga nila kaya, insecure sila, tapos lalapit sila sa akin. Sa MJ, parang hindi ko kaya eh. Mataas ang ego. Siyempre, bibigyan mo ng analogy, kakausapin mo. Kaya mo yan. Ito nga yung nagawa mo dati. Ang nangyayari, the ego wants to be right. Ipaglalaban nila yung maling belief nila. Di sir, di mo naiintindihan eh. Di mo naiintindihan, di ko nga kaya. So, the worst part is, hindi alam ng marami na pinaglalaban nila yung mali. Pinaglalaban nila yung belief nila na mali. Pinaglalaban nila hindi nila kaya. Like, di ba? Are we on the same page? Di ba dapat magkakampi tayo? Na dapat tayong dalawa pinaglalaban natin na kaya mo. Pinaglalaban natin na maging successful ka. Pag mataas ang ego mo, ipaglalaban mo na hindi mo kaya maging successful. Ipaglalaban mo na hindi mo deserve. Kasi yun yung paniniwala mo. Yun yung problema sa ego. And most of us, may maling paniniwala. So kung mataas ang ego mo, ang hirap mag-build ng bagong paniniwala. Kasi feeling mo or gusto mo, lagi kang tama kahit mali ka. And conversations, very important that you know how to listen. Pero kung mataas ego mo, you wanna look good, hindi ka ngayon makikinig. Salita ka ngayon ng salita. Gusto mo, ikaw yung nauuna. Gusto mo, ikaw yung last eh. You don't have the humility to start. You don't have the humility to listen. And ito yung nangyayari, guys. Pwedeng nasa tuktok ka ng food chain mo ngayon. Kaya lang, what if maling food chain to? Nasa tuktok ka ng mga tropa mong addict. Ibig sabihin, ikaw yung pinaka-addict. Nasa tuktok ka ng tropa mong mga lasinggero kasi ikaw yung pinakamalakas mag-inom. Nasa tuktok ka ng mga tropa na malakas mang babae kasi ikaw yung pinaka-fuckboy. Pero since nasa tuktok ka, ayaw mo nang bumaba. Ang tawag dyan, guys, ay ego. And maybe you are not doing something wrong. It's just that, sa trabaho mo, kahit gustong-gusto mo magnegosyo, kahit sobrang gusto mong maging successful, pero doon sa trabaho na nasan ka na ngayon, dead end na. Kaya lang nasa tuktok ka nun eh. Sa circle mo, parang ikaw na yung pinaka-okay eh. O kaya naman, yun na yung sagad sa skills mo. Hindi ka ngayon makababa. Kasi you cannot drop your ego. In terms of becoming successful, you have to be willing to start something new. You have to be willing to start over. Na pag bumagsak ka, kaya mong bumangon. That's the problem with ego. Pag bumagsak, di na makabangon. Kasi kahit bagsak na sila, wala na silang pera, hindi nila yung matanggap. Kasi ang mahalaga lang sa kanila, pogi sila, sikat sila. Like you will notice that in the comment section eh. Na a lot of people, binabanatan nila yung itsura ko, di ba? Lalo pag tinamaan sila sa sinasabi ko. Lalo pag na-hurt yung ego nila. Because they wanna look good. So, pinamumukha nila sa buong social media, ang pangit na MJ Lopez, bako-bako yung mukha, kalbo, or whatever, right? Because it's about narcissism for most people. They just wanna look good. And that's the ego speaking. Kaya lang, ito mo, may isa pang bundok. Ito yung kotse mo, ito yung first million mo. Ito yung napakagandang buhay, oh. Kaya lang, paano ka makakarating dito? Hindi mo yung kayang talunan, hindi kasi Spider-Man, hindi kasi Thor. Kailangan mong ibaba yung ego mo at magsimula ulit para maakyat mo yung pangalawang bundok. But most people wants to be dominant in what they are doing. Most people gusto nila dominante sila. Most people gusto nila astig sila. Tandaan nyo, yung pagiging astig, yung pagiging arrogante, hindi niyan kayang abutin yung pangarap mo. Because being right is actually wrong. And looking good is bad. For example, you are a content creator. You don't have to sound smart if you are already smart. If you know that you are smart. You don't have to sound too technical. Because a good content creator, a good communicator, can make people understand, can make the complicated stuff sound simple. So, ang magaling na content creator, ang magaling na mentor, kaya niyang i-explain in simple terms yung mga bagay na komplikado. So, hindi siya tunog magaling. Hindi siya tunog malupit. Hindi technical pakinggan. Pero what people don't realize is yung totoong mga magagaling, kaya nilang pasimplihin yung mga bagay na technical. Like, as I move forward in my career, having conversations with multi-millionaires and billionaires, yung mga bilyonaryo mas simple mag-isip. And one of them shared with me that if you want to become a billionaire, you have to learn how to create simple stuff. You have to learn how to make the complicated processes into simple processes na madaling i-duplicate, na madaling masusundan ng mga tao para mag-expand yung negosyo mo. And in order to do that, you have to drop your ego. Bawas yabang tayo, guys. Ang labanan sa buhay, hindi payabangan. Ang labanan sa buhay, humility. If you have the humility to listen, matututo ka. If you have the humility to start over, makakapag-build ka. If you have the humility na makisama sa mga tao, makakapag-build ka ng magaling na team. Humility is the key. Next. The number 6 enemy of success is too much pleasure. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng vices, mga bisyo natin, or pwedeng yung mga masasayang bagay. Ano ibig sabihin? Understand that if you wanna be successful, hindi laging masaya. Hindi laging good time. Well, if you are extremely lucky, nahanap mo yung passion mo, at kumikita ka ng malaki sa passion mo, masaya. Pero kahit passionate ka sa ginagawa mo, even if you enjoy the process, hindi maiiwasan yung may challenges in the middle. One major example is Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. They are extremely passionate and they are extremely disciplined in what they are doing. Pero hindi maiiwasan yung injury. Hindi maiiwasan yung matatalo. Hindi maiiwasan yung mga kasama nila, hindi align sa ginagawa nila. Same goes. No matter how passionate I am in what I'm doing, yung mga taong kasama ko, hindi kasing committed ko. Yung mga taong kasama ko, hindi laging disiplinado kagaya ko. Yung mga taong kasama ko lagi, even my own inner circle, hindi laging align sa akin. So it will create challenges, it will create problems, it will create results na hindi ko ina-expect. And I will be disappointed and frustrated. And I have to handle all those things. It's because I want to be successful. Same goes. Hindi laging pleasurable. Kasi nangyayari sa atin, in terms of being responsible, in terms of being mindful, in terms of happiness, feeling natin, being responsible is actually painful. Being mindful, yung marami kang iniisip, yung kailangan mindful ka sa ginagawa mo, feeling mo painful yun eh. Feeling mo ang hirap nun eh. Tapos, yung happiness or pleasure, yun yung happy-go-lucky, yun yung party-party, na wala kang ibang iniisip, yun yung getting drunk, yun yung wala kang pakialam sa environment mo, yun yung definition nila ng happiness. But what if you can be responsible and mindful at the same time, and you can be happy with the responsibility? This right here, the intersection, is what we call success. This is what we call abundance. Okay? The intersection between responsibility and happiness. Pag nagtagpo yan. Kasi pwede namang masaya ka na responsable ka. If you want to be successful, you also have to learn how to say no. Say no to parties. Say no to short-term happiness. Say no to irresponsible happiness. And say no to too much pleasure. Kasi, most of the time, pag sobra yung pleasure, sobrang saya, nakakapag-decide din tayo ng mali. Nagiging padalos-dalos din tayo. Kanina napag-usapan natin, negative emotion. Hindi rin maganda yung too much happiness, yung too much pleasure, especially if the pleasure is coming from something short-term, like drugs, or alcohol, or other vices, or the thrill of gambling. Because if you want to be successful, you are not after the pleasure. You are in love with the fulfillment of being able to achieve what you want, being able to help your family, being able to create value, being able to actually build your character. Iba yung fulfillment nung pain. Mind you, going to the gym, it's not pleasurable. It's painful. Training, It's painful. Training your body, being healthy, working out, it's painful. It's not pleasurable at all. Pero it's extremely fulfilling. Pag natapos mo, nagawa mo, meron kang disiplina. So pag nasobrahan tayo sa pleasure, akala natin, yun na lang lagi, akala natin, masaya na lang lagi. Mind you will be disappointed. You will be frustrated. What you see in social media, or what you focus on, is actually the byproduct of a successful entrepreneur. That is why I show you the process. That is why I'm always honest with you, because you have to know what to expect in order for you to become successful. So if there's something that you must avoid, it's too much pleasure. Next. Number 7, learned helplessness. Saan to galing? Ito yung bata pa lang tayo. Probably 0 to 7 years old. No? Bata ka pa lang, nag-away yung parents mo, wala kang nagawa. You felt helpless. Napalayas kayo sa bahay, wala kang nagawa. You felt helpless. Worse is, may mga traumatic experiences tayo nung pagkabata, about pera, about success, about our family, and yet we cannot do anything about it. Kahit gusto nating may gawin. Pwede rin namang nasaktan ka, napalo ka, or whatever, and you will feel helpless. You will feel na wala kang control sa situation. Now what's happening is, naniwala kang helpless ka. Kaya nga learned helplessness. Naniwala ka na wala ka talagang magagawa. So nung nasa tamang edad ka na, like 16, 18, 20, 40, sometimes 50 plus. Feeling mo wala ka pa rin magawa about money. Kasi natutunan mo, ng pagkabata mo, na wala kang magawa sa pera. Hindi ka makapag-decide ng tama. One major example around this is kung nakakita na kayo ng elepante sa zoo or sa ibang bansa, di man mapapansin nyo na takot sila sa isang bagay. Alam nyo ba yung mga elepante na yan, bata pa lang yan. Tinitrain na yan eh. Kinukondisyon na yung utak niyan na matakot sa stick or matakot sa steak or matakot doon sa tali. So, syempre, lalabanan niya yun. Diba? Gagawin niya yung best niya, makawala. But at some point, the elephant will decide, di ko ata kayang lumaban doon sa tali. Di ko ata kaya na pag nakatusok na yung steak at nakatali ako doon, di ko yun kaya. Wala akong magagawa. I am helpless. O kaya naman, yung rope or yung panghataw. Kaya lang, dadating yung time, lalaki sa elepante. Malakas na siya. Sobrang lakas niya actually. Kahit kayang-kaya naman niyang makawala, kayang-kaya niyang durugin yung buong lugar na yon, they won't decide to do that. Why? Because they learned in their life that they are helpless. The problem with that is, most of the aspects of success, natutunan natin nung mahina pa lang tayo na hindi natin kayang labanan yon. Na wala tayong magagawa doon. This is one major enemy of success. Understand this. If you are watching this video right now, if you can like, if you can comment, if you have a phone, you have an internet, you have a device right now, you are not helpless. You can do something about your life. So this is something that you must break. And of course, number 8 is overthinking. Masyado tayong isip ng isip. Masyadong kalat yung utak natin. Because again, pag dinrawing natin to, di ba? You have a mind, you have a heart, you have a body. Alright? So yung utak mo, pag nag-overthink ka, ang nangyayari is yung decision na delay. When you delay the decision, na pag-usapan natin kanina, babalik ka sa emotion. Pag negative yung emotion, negative yung action. Hindi maganda yung behavior. O kaya naman, you are overthinking, nag-delay ka ng decision. Pag delay yung decision mo, hindi mo agad inaksyonan, your brain will automatically go back to the old program. The program of the past. Something known to you. Pag nangyari yon, back to program ka, you cannot try something new. You will have the fear of the unknown. You won't decide. You will feel bad about yourself. Negative action, negative behavior, negative results. Same goes. And it will become a cycle. Overthinking will also cause procrastination, which is another enemy of success, no? Bukas na lang, saka na. O kaya, yung sinasabi ko kanina na, delayed decisions. Delayed decisions. Indecision. At the worst, meron pa tayong tinatawag na decision fatigue. Ano yung decision fatigue? If you don't have clarity, you don't know what you want, tapos nag-overthink ka, pag gising mo pa lang sa umaga, nag-overthink ka na. Nadadrain yung willpower mo. Always remember that you have to spend the same energy in overthinking and taking massive action. Same lang yung nagagamit mong energy at willpower sa pag-iisip at sa pag-take ng action. Ang problema, if you are thinking too much without action, naubos yung willpower mo, naubos yung energy mo, na walang nangyayari, na wala kang nagagawa. At pag yan yung nangyari, na wala kang nangyari at wala kang nagawa, you will feel bad about yourself. And again, it will yield the same negative results. The same bullshit. Tapos yun nga, decision fatigue. Pagising mo sa umaga, iisip ka, saan ka pala magde-decide, it will take a lot of time, sometimes hours, bago ka makadecide, ito na lang yung gusto ko, ito yung gagawin ko. Kasi nga, hindi ka pa decided. Kasi nga, you don't know what you want. After that, saan ka pala magpaplano. Kung overthinker ka, grabe, napakatagal magplano. Yung iba, taon na yung binibilang kakaplano. Wala nang nagawang action. And we call these people intro boys. Magaling lang sa simula, magaling lang magplano. Kinabukasan, execution na, magpaplano ulit. Kasi nga, overthinking. Sabihin na lang natin, malapit ka, nakapagplano ka maghapon. Magte-take ka na ng action. Ano pang matitirang time mo to take action? At ubos na yung willpower mo. Kaya nga siya tinawag na decision fatigue. At pag ubos na yung willpower mo, you don't have the energy to face the problems, challenges, struggles. Mababurnout ka. Mabilis kang mapagod. Mabilis kang sumuko. So if you want to know how to eliminate decision fatigue, you must enroll in Success Blueprint right now. Because Success Blueprint will give you a structure daily na kailangan mo lang sundan. An easy step-by-step process in order for you to change your beliefs, to change your paradigms, to move forward, to learn more about yourself, to become aware. That way, ma-eliminate natin yung decision fatigue. Maybe in just 14 days, makapag-create ka rin ng results. Because right now, even if we don't have a lot of students yet, guys, mind you, nagsisimula pa lang tayo, hindi pa sobrang dami yung estudyante natin. And maybe you can be part of the pioneers. Tandaan nyo to guys, konti pa lang sila. Pero meron na tayong results. Merong nag-full-time. Merong nakalipat na ng bahay. Merong nakabili na ng sasakyan. Merong in just 2 months, guys, doing the Success Blueprint. Like, nung nag-enroll siya sa Success Blueprint, saka lang siya nag-set ng goal. And in just 2 months, hindi pa tapos yung 90 days access niya. Nakuha na niya yung dream car niya. Nakuha na niya yung kotse niya. Imagine that. The results will depend on you. What if you can do better? Or what if you can be successful? Because again, it is Success Blueprint. So we're gonna put cards and we're gonna put the link in the description and in the comment section. And if you have questions, feel free to ask us. Because we would be happy to help you. Kaya nga tayo nakikreate ng free content, di ba? Kasi gusto natin makatulong. So again, you have to avoid this because this will lead to a series of more enemies of success. Kasi ito, enemy din to eh. Ito, enemy din to. Ito, enemy din to. Hindi ko na nga sinulat kasi galing siya dito. Next, number 9 is the path of least resistance. So ito yung pinipili mo na manatili sa comfort zone mo. Ito yung lagi kang namimili ng tinatawag na shortcut. You are always trying to find an easy way. Yes, you have to work smart. Pero paulit-ulit kong sinasabi, you have to work hard first. And even in working smart, even if you know the systems already, even if you know the tools, even if you know the strategies, you will struggle first in terms of applying the strategies. Think about it. Kahit ibigay ko sa'yo lahat ng tamang gawin, kahit ibigay ko sa'yo yung strategy, kahit ibigay namin sa inyo yung tools, ikaw pa rin yung gagawa. Ikaw pa rin yung mag-a-apply. So, hindi ka talaga makakaalis sa resistance. Hindi ka talaga makakaiwas sa disiplina. Hindi ka makakaiwas sa commitment. Hindi ka makakaiwas sa hardships. Hindi ka makakaiwas sa challenges and struggles. Because doing something new, applying the right strategy, applying the right tools, applying the effective tools is actually hard. And in order to be successful, you have to be willing to do the hard things. You have to be willing to sacrifice. Because again, success is looking for a place to stay. And success will only stay with you if you can build the right character. At yung tamang character, nanggagaling po yan sa hirap. Nanggagaling po yan sa sacrifice. Nanggagaling po yan sa struggles. I'm here to tell you, you can manifest the life that you want, okay? You can attract the life that you want. Pero diba, kahit anong manifest mo, kahit anong attract mo, hindi ka ba nagtataka bakit lagi kang pinahihirapan? Hindi ka ba nagtataka bakit ang daming struggles? Hindi ka ba nagtataka bakit ang daming challenges? Kahit nagpe-pray ka naman, kahit mabait ka naman, kahit maayos kang tao, kahit wala kang tinatapakang tao. Kasi naa-attract mo sa ngayon yung hirap. Naa-attract mo yung challenges. Part yun ng ina-attract mo. Part yun ng pagmamanifest. Kasi na-manifest mo yung struggles na yan to actually prepare you for the big thing. Na-attract mo yung mga challenges to actually prepare you to become a better person. At kapag better person ka na, nag-grow ka na, na-build na yung character mo, si success na yung kusang susunod sa'yo because again, success is looking for a place to stay. So there's no shortcut. Like Success Blueprint can be a shortcut. Pwede niyang mapabilis, pero dadaan ka pa rin sa hirap. You have to pay for the course. You have to do the workbook. You have to watch the videos daily. You have to spend 1 hour for yourself. Lagi kong sinasabi, if you don't have an hour for yourself, you don't have a life. Maglalaan ka talaga ng time mo. Sabihin na natin napakamura lang ng Success Blueprint. Pero maglalaan ka ng time, aaralin mo. And maybe you wanna watch it over and over para mas maintindihan mo. At pag natapos mo na yung 14 days, may mga bonus lessons pa yan, you have to attend the mastermind sessions. At pag natapos mo yung course, pwede mong ulit-ulitin because you have 90 days access. And you can buy another access if you want. So you can access the mastermind sessions. But here's the catch. Sa Success Blueprint, ibibigay ko sa'yo lahat ng tamang proseso. Pero ikaw pa rin ang gagawa. Kasi yan ang totoong success. Diyan manggagaling ang totoong pagyaman. Hindi yung akala mo, pag nakuha mo yung template, nakuha mo yung strategies, natuto ka ng marketing, yayaman ka na. It doesn't work that way. You still have to apply it. You still have to execute. And that would be hard, especially kung nagsisimula ka pa lang. Anything unknown to you, mahihirapan ka sa simula. That's the truth. So again, kailangan mong iwasan yung paghahanap ng shortcut. Kailangan mong iwasan yung masyado ka nagmamadali. Kasi kaya ka naloloko, kaya ka nang-scam, lagi ka nagmamadali. Kaya ka nang-scam, gusto mo ng easy money. Walang ganon. I'm here to tell you, walang easy money. Because if you are constantly wishing for an easy life, you will build a weak character. If you are always trying your hard, doing your best, facing all the challenges and struggles, you will actually build a strong character. And that will lead to a really meaningful life. And of course, number 10, wrong relationships. Alam ko, paulit-ulit ang sinasabi ng mga successful na tao that the right partner is actually one of the most important decisions in your life. Kasi pag nasa maling relationship ka, hindi magiging maganda yung takbo ng buhay mo. For example, yung kabiyak mo, your husband, your wife, your partner, ito yung bangka. Alright? Let's just say, towards success ito. So ikaw ngayon dyan, sagwan ka ng sagwan. Imagine mo, yung partner mo, pabigat lang sa bangka. Sagwan ka ng sagwan. For most people, kaya nila yan kasi neutral lang naman eh. Ito worse. Pabigat na nga sila sa bangka, dead weight na nga sila sa bangka, dinidemotivate ka pa. Imagine yun. Ikaw, sagwan ka lang ng sagwan towards success, sagwan ka lang ng sagwan towards your goals and dreams, ginagawa mo lahat para sa kanya, pero siya, puro negativity yung binabato sa'yo. Puro duda, puro hate. Mind you, ang hirap na nga magsagwan. Mind you, ang dami ng challenges, ang dami ng struggles. Pag uwi mo ng bahay, kalaban mo pa siya. So ikaw, if you wanna be successful, your partner cannot be another fight that you have to win. Hindi pwedeng pag uwi mo ng bahay, laban na naman. And this is the main reason why people quit. This is the main reason why nababurn out yung mga tao. Kasi kahit saan sila magpunta, wala na silang peace. Ang worst is, ikaw, sumasagwan ka towards success, yung partner mo sumasagwan pabalik. Nilalaglag ka. Inuubos ka. Dinidrain ka. Kaya hindi kayo makausad. Kasi kahit anong galing mo, kahit anong sipag mo, kung sabaw yung partner mo, damay ka dyan. Ito yung worst, yung ibang partner, magpapakalunod pa yan. Diba? Kung tubig yan, magpapakalunod yan. Eh mahal mo, sasagipin mo. Ito worse, may mga partner na sinagip mo na nga, lulunurin ka rin niya. Idadamay ka niya. And there are people, mga matutulungin. Yung bangka mo, sinasama mo pa yung kaibigan mo. Nagsasama ka ng maraming tao kasi, you wanna help other people. Hindi mo alam na nasa maling community ka. Mali pala yung mga taong tinutulungan mo. Kaya pala kahit anong gawin mo, hindi mo maramdaman na na-appreciate ka. Kaya pala kahit anong gawin mo, hindi ka makausad. Kasi maliban sa puro sila pabigat, maliban sa dead weight sila sa bangka, pwede na lang butasan yung bangka. Pwede ka na lang ihulog sa sarili mong bangka. And again, worse, may isa dyan tatalon, magpapa-victim, magkikreate ng negativity, magkikreate ng clout, kayo naman, sasagipin nyo, pag sagip nyo, lulunurin din kayo. That is why you have to be in the right relationship and you have to have the right community. Hindi mo kailangan ng sobrang daming kaibigan. Initially, if you wanna be successful, kailangan mo ng quality na mga kaibigan. If you find it hard to actually build or connect with people who are successful, the best way to do that is investing in yourself with programs and seminars, with courses like Success Blueprint. Bakit? Kasi alam mo na yung mga pumupunta dyan, nag-i-invest para sa sarili nila. Nagtatry sila na magbago. They are doing their best to build their character and to become a better person. Ang good news ko sa inyo, Success Blueprint Community, sobrang ganda. May mga networkers tayo sa iba't ibang kumpanya. May mga financial advisors tayo. May mga OFW tayo, may mga negosyante, may mga milyonaryo, meron ding mga estudyante, meron ding nagsisimula pa lang sa career nila. And ang good news ko sa inyo, I'm handling the community. And the Success Blueprint community receives exclusive value and offer from me. If you also want to gain access to one-on-one coaching or mentoring, kung gusto mo na ako yung mag-train sa team mo, tapos i-mentor kita, gusto mo i-promote ko yung business mo, tapos i-mentor din kita, you can gain access to all of that. But I strongly recommend that you enroll in the course now. Again, successblueprint.ph. So yun lang guys, this is actually a really long video and I strongly recommend that you watch this over and over. So kung nagda-drive ka, nagluluto ka, may ginagawa ka, balikan mo lang yung top 15 success habits at balikan mo lang to para alam mo yung dapat mong gawin at alam mo yung mga bagay na dapat mong iwasan. And I'm looking forward for you to become successful. My wish for you is babalik ka sa comment section ng mga videos natin to share your success story. And maybe we can meet in person if you are part of Success Blueprint. Yun lang guys, this is the end of the video and always remember that everything good starts with a yes. And yes, my name is MJ Lopez and see you soon.